Every day's a struggle here. But at least we don't have to hide.
Acadia's far away enough from the Institute that we don't have to worry, right?
No way I could pick this.
Building a collection or something?
Won't be able to pick this.
Acadia may not look like much from the outside, but it's all some of us have got.
I assume you're not planning on staying long.
Hi.
Sounds like you got the all clear. So what's your story?
I came here looking for Kasumi.
Oh, isn't that sweet of you? That Kasumi's a good enough kid, I suppose. Little confused, maybe. But then, aren't we all? Not that anyone's asking, but I'll tell you. It all gets easier to deal with when you realize none of it matters. What you are, where you came from, let go of all that, and life gets simple.
Yeah, I hear you.
Is that so? Huh. Most of the chumps here act like I'm out of my gourd. Good to know someone else sees it my way. Anyway, lately I've taken to amusing myself with trading. Don't have much to work with, but I'm always happy to make a good deal. Let me know if you need something. I probably won't have it, but let me know anyway.
I'll take a look, sure.
The best Acadia has to offer coming right up.
Hi.
Need something?
Not right now.
Probably don't have anything you want anyway. Need something?
Hey, Kasumi said she needed the key to the storage room downstairs. Can I borrow it?
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, you could, but I lost it. Should never have agreed to help Faraday move all that equipment in the observatory. Like there could be anything I'm carrying that's going to damage Dima's computers. I was shoving things around in that upper floor that circles the wall of the telescope room, if that helps.
I assume you're not planning on staying long.
Excuse me.
I assume you're not planning on staying long.
Is there a problem with my being here?
Maybe. Maybe not. Acadia is only as secure as we make it. We take unnecessary risks, we get careless, and things can go bad. Fast. If there's a synth who needs a safe place, then we take them in. Let them live as a synth, without fear. You don't fit that description. That makes you an unnecessary risk. It's nothing personal. Minimizing our contact with outsiders is just practical.
Is there anything I can say or do to change your mind?
Just don't cause any problems.
We need to accomplish this without bloodshed. Far Harbor and the children of Adam have a right to exist on this island, the same as us.
They're going to kill each other, Dima. There's no stopping it. We need to pick a side now.
Haven't we already picked a side? Building the fog condensers around Far Harbor wasn't exactly a neutral act.
We couldn't stand by and let the people of this island die to the fog.
Just like you couldn't just leave the Cult of Adam without a home? Giving them the submarine base was a mistake. The nucleus, as they're calling it, is basically one big fortified position.
Far Harbor had cast them out. They have strange beliefs, but they have always accepted us for what we are. And Confessor Martin was a friend.
Well, the new Confessor isn't. High Confessor Tectus is an unstable megalomaniac, and he's gonna keep threatening us as long as we're helping Far Harbor.
Guys, can we talk about the elephant in the room? We keep dancing around it.
My old memory banks in the submarine base.
I can't believe you never told me about those. I have to wait until they become a security risk.
I know how it looks in hindsight, but at the time, it was an act of trust. I was honestly more worried they'd accidentally trip the pre-war security and get hurt, giving the children my old home, allowing them to safeguard my old memories. I thought our people would be working together.
Just how secure are the banks? How long do we have? And what's in them?
I've gone over this before, Chase. I don't know what's in them. That's how it works. It's as close to forgetting something as I have, but I've run some projections of worst-case scenarios. If we do nothing and the wrong knowledge falls in the wrong hands...
So send me over there. I'll be in and out in a day.
We can't risk it. They know you're from Acadia. If you're caught, or even seen, then it's war.
We should at least prepare her to go in. We're running out of options. I say we tell her how to crack into the memory banks.
You've been working on this without me?
It came up in a private moment, Chase. But yes, we've been writing a program that will let you access and download my memories. It's not going to be like a normal hack. You'll be breaking through a version of my own mental network. It'll consider you to be an intruder. I've loaded the program with some instructions I've recorded that will help guide you through it. I'm afraid it's difficult to explain without seeing it for yourself.
I'm finishing up some tweaks to the program right now. I'll leave a copy of it for you on my desk when I'm done.
Get the program, use it to break into the memory banks. Got it.
Hopefully you won't have to. We'll keep monitoring the situation. I only want you going in if we have no other choice.
So, Dima's got his fingers everywhere on this island. And whatever's in his memories isn't something we can wait for someone else to find. Good to keep going? I don't sleep or eat or anything like that. But if you need to, you do it.
Excuse me.
Need something?
Anything interesting you can tell me about Acadia?
God, no. Have you looked around this place? Death by boredom is a legitimate concern. So, come on. You want to do a little trading?
So, what's your story?
Me? No story here. Not one that matters, anyway. Like I said, it's not worth holding on to. Nice of you to ask, though.
too, huh? You're new here too, huh? I mean, I haven't been here that long myself. Honestly, I'd be dead right now if it weren't for Chase. Turns out it's pretty hard to live as a synth in the Commonwealth.
I'm sorry to hear that you suffered.
Thanks, but it doesn't matter now. I'm here, and I'm safe. I'm never leaving. I'll see you around, okay?
Synths and humans will all get along someday. I just know it. I have my hands full helping my people.
Ah, you there. Are you that detective I've heard about?
I guess you could say that.
Oh, wonderful. I wasn't sure how I was ever going to find you.
Sounds like we may have another case on our hands.
I haven't been able to find any of the local police force. The louts? I don't want to start a panic, but, well, we may have a murder on our hands, and we need an outside set of eyes.
Where did the crime take place?
At the Cliff's Edge Hotel, just north of the town. Will you help us solve this heinous crime?
Who's the victim?
Well, we want to keep this out of the tabloids, but it's Ezra Parker, the financier of the hotel. Please, you must help us. Every moment we wait, our residents are at risk.
Who are your employers?
I'm not at liberty to give out my employer's personal information, but you will, of course, be meeting with them if you take the case. Will you help us? There may still be a murderer at large.
Okay, I'll help.
Oh, thank goodness. Shall I guide you to the Cliff's Edge Hotel now?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's be off then.
Guns, guns.
We're sucking down a lot of rats sticking around here.
Looks like it isn't just the police who have been lax lately. The Island's building inspector ought to be fired. I wish we still had the staff to keep up this area of the hotel. It's in quite a state of disrepair. I should warn you, some of the other hotel guests are a bit, rowdy. I was forced to defend myself when a few became a bit handsy, shall we say. The registered patrons are in a more exclusive area of the hotel, though, and do not associate with this sort of rabble. Shall we be off?
What do you mean the other patrons are rowdy?
I had not been in this part of the hotel for some time. Perhaps there is some sort of sporting event that has them agitated. Several of them tried to grab me and, well, their clothing was certainly not suitable for polite company. Shall we be off?
I'm gonna look around here first.
Very well. We can commence into the hotel as soon as you are ready. It's probably best Maxwell hasn't seen the state of the hotel. He would be devastated.
This ain't some innocent, Avery. This is a damn saboteur. Those condensers down by the freshwater. The storm didn't take them out. She did. Machete Mike spotted her.
But the children...
It's like I've been saying. The children of Adam are out to kill us all. This here saboteur meant to cut us off from food and water. Punishment is pretty clear, Captain.
Do what you must.
Yeah! Children, bastards!
You were right, Alan.
Now will you listen to sense? The children of Adam need to be wiped clean off this island.
You've had your blood today. I can't stomach any more of it.
All of you. Show's over. Go home.
I hope the harbor's being good to you.
Buy my guns now.
What's the history of this place?
Well, this whole dock used to belong to the Mariner, when the fog started getting thicker. Family by family, homestead by homestead, people were kicked out of their homes inland. The Mariner was kind enough to let people stay. The harbor just kind of grew out of that charity.
What's there to do in town?
Brooks sells general goods. Teddy Wright's in back of his shop, and he can patch you up if you need it. Besides that, the Last Plank's a popular stop for booze and what have you. And lastly, well, if you need a gun, see Alan Lee.
I have to go.
Be well.
Andre.
The doctor said in time I will fully recover. He says this is your doing, but I do not know you.
I was just doing my civic duty.
You're obviously not from here. Gratitude. It's a hard thing out here. So, yeah, this island. It has taken my husband. It has taken everything. This island is a sickness. Don't you see? It's evil. As soon as I am well, I am going to grab as many guns as I can carry, and I will slaughter everything in my path until the island is clean, or I am no more.
You're in pain. I've been there. But your plan is unreasonable. It's find a purpose, some constructive purpose to keep you going.
The doctor has tried to talk me out of this too. But I will not be dissuaded. But now, I must rest.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Nick.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Is something wrong?
Well, I sort of had the same question. It's just, with everything that's happened with you and your family, it's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Huh. You're a tougher nut than I thought. Tougher than I was. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe more. The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point. And folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water. But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
Broken mask?
This was long before I'd moved to town, but apparently some gentleman type shows up in Diamond City, heads down to Power Noodles. Guess he didn't like the food because he pulled his pistol and opened fire on the folks enjoying theirs. When security finally put enough holes in him to drop him, they say he was full of servos and sprockets, just like yours truly. Seems he malfunctioned, went berserk. It was the first time people realized that synths had stopped looking like me and started looking like them. Considering what these folks went through, I felt real lucky they let me in the front gate at all.
Massacre of the CPG. What's that?
The Commonwealth Provisional Government. Years back, a group of settlements tried to get together and form a coalition. Every settlement with even a hint of clout sent representatives to try and hash out an agreement. Only the Institute sent a representative of their own, a synth. The man killed every rep at the talks. The Commonwealth Provisional Government was over before it even got off the ground. I took up in town not long after. I was damn lucky they didn't just tell me to scram right then and there.
Why would you want to live among bigots like that?
Now, I couldn't really blame them, given the circumstances. But folks sure started turning the other cheek when I showed up with the mayor's daughter. Gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of Henry Roberts. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand she'd, known for an evening. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing, just stumbled on a crying girl and 4 toughs. I took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero, offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested, said I was a spy, but he wouldn't have it. Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was, and people seemed to warm to that.
You took down 4 guys by yourself?
Well, I didn't have to. Back then, synths were even more of an unknown quantity than they are today. I told them I was rigged to explode and started going beep, beep, beep. Hardest part of that rescue was keeping from laughing as they climbed over each other to get away.
Was it hard, settling in?
Well, they sure didn't make it easy. I started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. I got more banged up being Diamond City's handyman than I ever did living out in the ruins. But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing. Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth. An upset father decides moving him and the kids to Good Neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb. Go get Nick. After a while, the jobs got so backed up, they didn't even ask me to do the handyman stuff anymore. Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the Synth, but it was Nick the Detective folks came to see. It was about then that things finally started feeling normal. It took me a long time to realize that home is where you make it. And with some time and effort, this place can be home for you, too. That's a long story, but I hope it helped.
this week or not. We heading out?
Not yet. Just stay put for now.
Right.